Hello, welcome to our Monday Lives. Today, we're starting a little bit early, and I wanted to talk about how to teach a child to answer who and where, because that's pretty much the. We've talked about this topic before, but now I have something more concrete to tell you guys and show you how to do it. And the thing that I'm going to show you right now is like this thing, and also this. So we have two of these that we've made so far. This is the old version. But anyways, what I have in hand here is the teaching material that I use a lot in my therapy practice. This booklet is made by my seniors quite some years ago. We've been using it, but the problem is that we used to be able to sell it to parents and give it sometimes. But at the same time, their policy for copyright has changed. So that's why we had to actually, I asked if I could withdraw it. And I hired someone to withdraw everything here so that we could distribute this to everyone. The reason is because this is really useful. That's all. Okay. So obviously I paid that person to do it. So I'm going to show you here. If you want this before I start demonstrating, then please type yes in the comment section, and me or one of our staff, her name is Drew or Star, I don't know her Facebook handle. But anyways, she's gonna, or I am going to reach out to you and give you the link to purchase this. But anyways, this our family, we have two of this. If you buy it, we'll get both. It's a soft copy, right? So how you teach it is that inside here, if you can see, let me turn the light away a little bit, right? If you can see, there are a bunch of people here, right? So each of them, before it was more Japanesey because we used some Japanese art thing that was free online. You see that there's this Velcro here. I made it myself. It's very easy to make. But sorry, we don't have a hard copy of this. We're only selling the soft copy because the hard copy, the minimum quantity is like 3,000. So we can't do it. It's just impossible. So how you do it is that you introduce to the child these people here, and you say, "Oh, who is this? This is little brother or Stephen, or just his name, like a brother's name. And this is the sister. This is grandma, daddy, or father or papa, whatever, mommy, and grandpa." And you see that the people here are a little more international, and that's because here on Asian of Speech, our audience is more international, right? Most of you guys who are on YouTube are Americans, are watching from America, I would say. And then most of the people on Facebook are Southeast Asian. So, I just wanted something more culturally suitable for all countries. So what you do is like you take them all after the child can identify those faces, right? So this is the first part of who, being able to say, who is this, right? Oh, grandpa. Okay. And they would say, why this is only part one of who is because it's only identification. If I asked what is it, the answer would be the same. So there's no differentiation between what and who. That's why if you ask who is this and they're able to say it, doesn't mean that they're able to like understand the who question. So someone asks how much is it, right? So we're selling it for like $10 USD, like $9.97, right? That's all for both of it. It's just a soft copy. I just want to make my money back. Asking someone to like draw it. That's all. Okay. So that's the first part. What's the next part is that if you see here, and you don't need to use this one, you can use anything. You can print your own stuff if you want to, like you can make your own things, but this is how we use it. All right. So we we can give a command after they know each of these places. So these are places in the house, right? So you have like bathroom, bedroom, dining room, kitchen, and living room. Sorry, I'm not very fast in reading this. So, for instance, after they know all of these, you should like make sure that they know. And how you do it is like, oh, where's the living room? This one, good, yes. And then every time that they point at the right one, you can talk about that place. Yes, there's a TV, there's a sofa. It's where you chill and relax and have and talk to your family, right? So you can say, oh, put grandpa in the living room. Okay, good. And then you keep on doing it for each of them, right? Like maybe Steven, the little brother, in the dining room. And then who's this? Mommy, who's blonde for some reason, in the bathroom. And then Daddy in the kitchen. And last, we have Grandma, who is also in the bedroom, let's say. Okay, so how you do the who question. Raz, I saw your email. I just haven't gotten back to it. So, it's been quite busy. So sorry about that. Yeah, I'll let you know later on. So how you do this is basically you ask who is in the bathroom. And so the child will have to think in their mind, okay, there's the who and there's the location bathroom. So if they just repeat after and say bathroom or who is in the bathroom, like then your child doesn't understand. So then this is the beauty of this kind of setup. You don't need to buy this, okay? If you want it, you just comment yes and we'll get to you. But you can use this for anything. You can just print out something and just stick stuff around with like blue tack or whatever, right? And then you can point who's in the bathroom. Mommy, yes. And then so you can peel it off and say, good, mommy is in the bathroom. Good. Or toilet or closet, whatever you call it. All right. So after you the child answers, you can take it away. And then you can ask again, who is in the kitchen? And again, you can prompt. Papa, yes, Papa is in the kitchen. Great, like that. And you can do it over and over in this one. So what's nice about peeling off is there's a sense of completion, right? So you can go like, who is in the living room? Like this one. Good, that's Grandpa, okay? And then, over and over. And then what you can do is like, if you put two people here, what you can do is like, you can teach the and concept. So it's the word of and, like and is one more, right? So you can say, who is in the bedroom? Oh, it's mommy and grandma. Okay, so you can teach and this way as well. So how do you teach where is the total opposite of what we just did, right? So after we stick it back, like after one round, I wouldn't say that you should like mix it all up or whatever, but what we can do instead is like, where is Papa? Where is Daddy, right? Kitchen, good. Where is Grandpa? In the living room, good. So you see who and where, you can like just mix it up like that. You can go like, who is this? Who is in the bathroom, or where is Papa? And this is how who and where should be done, so that they need to look and they need to think and give you the answer and not just identify something. You have to use the brain a little bit. It's a little bit different than what. So it's different than what is this? What's happening, like that. So on the topic of what's happening, you can also use like what's happening to make them say a sentence. So for instance, what's happening here? Mommy is in the bedroom. That's right. What's happening here? So it's a different question rather than who and where, right? So you can ask as well, what's happening here? Steven is in the bathroom. Good. How about this one? What's happening here? Or you can suddenly change your question to see if your child is really listening. You can ask, who's in the kitchen? And then, who's in the, or you can fake them, fake them up and just say, who's in the kitchen? No one, right? And you can also say, who's in the dining room? And that's grandma. Okay, so for each of these 5 places, there's a page for it. All right, and each page, there's like 3 activities that a person can do, which is according to the context. And something you have to be careful about making this booklet, which you have to, because we cannot afford to make hard copies so far, because we can't sell so many copies. There are just like, I don't know, like I can't imagine myself selling 3,000 copies of this, right? But anyways, so these ones are very small, and you have to cut out the these Velcro things, and these circles we made is is standard to those, like I don't know what this is, like 2 centimeter diameter or something. And thanks everyone for saying yes. I will get back to you after like probably tomorrow, and I'll DM you, I'll PM you, and for the link for this, because I just updated this. There's a few like errors in printing. So I want to update it, and then I'll put it online as a soft copy so you can download it after you purchase. All right. So these small ones, you have to cut it. The circles here, if you buy like the 2 cm diameter thing, I think this is 2 cm. I'm not sure. I'll double check. It just fits, right? These ones, and then you have to cut in order to stick it on. So why do we have these little items? So what you can do is like you can do different. Oh man, wait. Different sentence types. For instance, here you can say, Daddy is helping Steve brush his teeth. right? If you take away daddy, then you can say Steve is brushing his teeth, right? And then you can also say Steve is using a toothbrush to brush his teeth. It sounds rather, what's that called? It sounds rather redundant, but if you saying it in Chinese, then there's a specific sentence structure that uses the word use. Okay, and that's why we made this, because we had Cantonese in our minds, like Chinese. So if you're a Chinese speaking family or another language that uses I don't know, like maybe Indonesian, then like there's also like pakai, right, which is use. So you can have those kind of different sentence structures with the items here. So for instance, like daddy is going to like poo poo, I don't know, whatever you call it, and uses tissue to wipe clean, whatever, right? And you see that like you can also like do a bunch of these and ask who. For instance, who is brushing his teeth? Steven or Gogo or whatever. Who's showering? Grandpa and mommy. Oh wait, that's sister. That's little sister. Okay. And what you can do here is that you can mix these things up and make it funny. So if you're dealing with a child who is language delayed, or on the spectrum per se, like they're on the spectrum and they don't understand these vocabs, right? It's a good idea to now teach them with these. Okay. And what you can do is like, oh look, brother is brushing his teeth with a shower head. Is that right? No. So you're helping them with like a what's wrong, that kind, right? So what you can do here is like teach them to answer like, no, that's wrong, because you're supposed to use a toothbrush, not a shower head. So this kind of thingy, this kind of switcheroo, I would say, with different items will actually help the child in learning how to describe and answer no, like how to answer why questions, I would say. All right. So Raz asked how many booklets are there. There are only 2 for now. I'm not sure if we're gonna make any more. Right. This one that has. I haven't finished making this one. This one has different ones. This one has like school, park, restaurant, swimming pool, and then there's the mall. All right. So this is a little bit different. So there are two booklets, Raz. Okay. So this is pretty cool because after you finish a page, you go to the other one. This one has no items because of the bedroom. We didn't think it was appropriate. What we can do is like you can put this tissue in another place, right, in the kitchen, and imagine like just switching it with the what's that called? This one, dishwasher. You can switch it with a tissue, and then the question would be, and then when the child points out that this is wrong, you can say why is it wrong, and then you can say like, oh well, the tissue is used to wipe your behind or something. It depends on how you want to describe it. It's your child, it's your culture, right? I'm not sure. So and it should be in the toilet, not in the kitchen. All right. Or maybe it's culturally appropriate because we do use, oh man, my cat just dropped my thing, my booklet. Go away. Okay. So maybe it's culturally appropriate to use the toilet paper inside of the kitchen. That's just Indonesian, That's what I see all the time in Indonesia. Right, so you can switch these all around and teach them all kinds of different vocabs, first of all, and switch it within or between the different scenarios. All right, so that's all I wanted to show you, and that's how you teach to answer who and where. And I've also talked about how to answer like what's wrong or or answering the why question and so on. Right, so. Just to quickly talk to you guys about the pricing. The pricing is just $10 USD, $9.97. All right, it took me much more than that to get someone to draw it. The reason why is just because I want to use it in my own practice, and I just cannot. I cannot use the original one anymore. I'm gonna have to get someone to redraw it anyways. So why not share it with you guys? And if you guys could help me out about like if you want it, then whatever, then it's fine. I know for a fact that sometimes what happens is that after we share this on the internet, someone buys it, they share it within like WhatsApp groups of moms or whatever. I'm okay with that as long as you guys know what to do, because sometimes the problem with sending like soft copy to like parents is that it's difficult to make. Like you need to print it, laminate it, and then cut out the small pieces, and then laminate them, and then stick on the Velcro. It's quite a tedious thing. Okay, so if this is a little experiment of mine. If this is going well, what I would do is like I would make more of the teaching materials that I used to use. I'm still using, but I'll get someone to redraw it so that we can distribute it correctly without angering any Japanese people that we take their images online, right? If we use it for commercial purposes or just distributing in general, there's a rule inside. If there's more than 100 people like using it at the same time, and it's not like if you're the one who did it, then it's like illegal or something. I'm not 100% sure. All right, but this is a little experiment of mine. If you wanna have this, then type yes in the comment section. Okay, you don't have to use this booklet. Okay, I'm teaching you how you can make something like this yourself as well, right? You can just print out a bunch of different places and stick Velcro or use blue tack and use figurines and just do it yourself as well. But what's cool about this booklet is that it's all inclusive by itself. You know, like you can put the people back in, you can switch the items around, and it's just easy to handle because if you open it like this, you put it on your lap. It's easy to like handle. It's, you know, you can always like it's easy to do it in a structured way. All right, so that's it. If you have any more questions, let me know. I've already shared this through an email blast. A bunch of you guys have already said yes. I need to get back to you guys because, sorry, my mic was all the way over there. I need to quickly update the images before I distribute it out. So let me know if you have any questions, especially about like what you can teach with these. Because frankly speaking, I've been using this for over like, I don't know, 4 and 5 years now. And I truly think that's pretty good because some of my seniors made it and I'm just like using it on myself. I made some changes and I've been redoing it and I feel like it makes a lot more sense now. So yeah, you buy it, download it, and then tell me yes in the comments. And then the only hard part now is to make it and use it. All right. That's all. I'll see you guys next week. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, email me or just shoot me a PM or whatever if you have any questions about this. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.